Hey, now we're back. It's still Sunday, May 19th, much later, because I'm doing Randy Johnson now. And Randy Johnson, arguably, in my growing up, was the greatest pitcher there was. Not Mariano. I know Mariano has 100% unanimous, whatever. If there was a pitcher you talked to people that did not want to face, it was Randy Johnson. This guy was just mean. I mean, and he was great. I mean, he was great. I remember it was like must-watch baseball if he were coming to town. You really wanted to see him. 10-time All-Star, 5 Cy Young Awards. I mean, a World Series MVP. I mean, just 9-time strikeout leader. I remember he had a perfect game. He had a no-hitter. I mean, you talk about a guy. I mean, I will argue he will be the last 300-win pitcher ever. There will never be another 300-win pitcher. I think he will be the last one ever. I think he came back in 2009 just to get that 300th win. So he finished with 303 wins, 166 losses, 3.29 ERA, number 2 all-time in strikeouts. I mean, the guy was just a monster. And but his autograph, man, it's gone. He's out there. I mean, he does private signings. He did private signing recently. I think he charges now about $200 for an autograph. He does in persons. I mean, he's out there. There's been pictures out of him lately. He's like a major league photographer, professional photographer now. But he is one of those guys that somehow you see him in person, not at a paid signing. We're going to get to this in a minute. And you break him down. He's a big believer that my in-person free autograph is much different than my paid autograph. Do you want a nice autograph from me? Well, what he considers nice. You better put your money down. Kind of like Willie Mays, although Willie Mays probably never signed for free. Randy will give you something. So, and his autograph has just gone so downhill. I mean, I'm going to let the autograph speak for itself. So without any further ado, let's look at the autograph analysis of the big unit, Randy Johnson. So I'm going to start the PSA, and I want to start with this autograph because this is a Randy Johnson autograph, probably signed. I can't see what it says down here, but I'm going to guess this is signed, like, if not in the minor leagues, almost in his rookie year. So when he started out, he had a decent autograph. You could read like every letter of his name, as you can see, it was all connected. It wasn't a bad autograph, but it to the point where I remember seeing this autograph for the first time, like a minor league autograph of his. And this is when I started looking at autographs. I'm like, that's not the Randy Johnson. There is another Randy Johnson that played in the 80s for the Twins and for the White Sox. I thought that's that Randy Johnson because from what all I can see, he had a legible autograph. So we go from this still here. Now he's starting to evolve what his autograph looks like today. But it's still, this is not a bad autograph in my opinion. The R kind of loops around here, as you can see right here. But again, like he comes straight down with this line right here. But again, you can see the full Randy, the Johnson. It's still like a triangle right here. So again, this is from 1990, his second year in the league. And again, I'm not sure what year this is. This is not, but you can see his autograph now is becoming more vertical in straight lines. The circles, those loops are starting to disappear. And so what you're seeing here is a straight line here, and you're looking at his autograph. There's a break between the R. There's kind of a line here. Then everything is connected through the Y, and then the Johnson is becoming like a straight line, and then a bunch of vertical lines. And it's usually on a level plane right here. So this is what you're seeing right here. Obviously, MLB certified. I don't know what year this was signed, but this is, again, signed in person. You can see right now what his autograph is now pretty much become. It's just a bunch of, like, even here, at least with this, you get, again, it's mostly lines like this. The R, this is his R now. It's kind of like a straight line coming out and then a hook around. How far out varies. And again, a straight line down. Here now, you get the A. You're starting to get a little bit of the S, but again, his autograph has even digressed from then. Now we're at his current modern signature. And again, this is what you're going to see right now. You can still see it's on a nice level plane. And again, this is obviously a sit-down autograph. He was not nice and sat down. The R, I've seen the R extend out. This is more modern. The R is coming out modern, more modern. The more recent the autograph at a pay down, the more this R is coming across the whole name. The N's starting to come across also. When he first got in the Hall of Fame, he wasn't doing that. He was stopping off right here. And again, it's just ups and downs. I mean, the D kind of looks like a Y. Sometimes, usually you see with the Johnson, he starts with a straight line down, but it's a lot of straight lines. So I'm not sure when this was signing. Again, this is real, but you can see right here, straight down, probably more recent. The little line right here, ups and downs. The D comes in. The J's kind of not there. Kind of starts to say, and again, like I think my kid could forge this. So like this is an autograph you really should consider either getting something that's first person witness, not third person authenticated. Someone actually sat down in the room with Randy Johnson, saw, because, and we'll get to this in a little bit, but I think his autograph in terms of modern players, even though he may be signing every letter of his name, except I don't know what this is. It's so easy to forge. So easy to forge. Like, again, we see the hook here, this one line here, then ups and downs, ups and downs. Like the O here is pronounced, but again, you're not guaranteed to get that. So again, right here, again, it's the straight line across, a big hook, one line. I guess that's an A. It just, you don't know what you're going to get with this guy these days, especially even at a paid signing. Again, we saw one just like this already. This is probably a little bit older of an autograph, is my guess, because it's not so many ups and downs. But again, you're definitely going to see the break between the Y. You're going to see this one hook, the one letter, and then whatever you get after that is a hodgepodge. So I think we're back to the beginning. So a couple of things I want to look at. And again, outer safe is great. I think they're right and spot on everything. So remember when I said like Randy Johnson, if you can break him down in person, this is what you're going to get, something like this from Randy Johnson. So, I mean, you see the R there. The rest of this is just like what everybody feels like in the moment. It's just like, it's like you're lucky to get this. And I think this was signed after, it says 96 spring training. I think it was signed later is my guess. I don't know for sure. This is like, someone who broke him down in person on a field during a game. He didn't want to sign. This is what you're going to get. This right here, my friend, this got his autograph on March 29th this year. So this is the latest of what his autograph looks like. Again, it's just ups and downs, and like this vertical right here. You see how the N's coming out now, the R's coming out. This is like, to me, very easy to forge. It may be tough in the sense that because they still on a pretty good plane. So, and it's very smooth, very smooth. This is what you want to look at for Randy Johnson. This is my autograph. I think I got this shortly after he retired. Again, though, it's just like, what is this? I guess I got the A. I should be glad for that. So again, I mean, the Y usually comes up at the end. So like the John, I think this is a Trevor Hoffman coming down below it. So, but again, it's just like ups and down with the N coming down. Like this is before the R came all the way to the right and the N came all the way to the right. I'm going to get out of this. I just want to keep jumping around here. Again, this is a Randy Johnson in person. Like this looks nothing like the other Randy Johnson in person. So is it good? Yeah, I think it's good. It's outer safe thinks it's good, and I have very high regards for outer safe. So I think it's good also. Just it's ugly. This is what you're gonna get in person. So it's worth investing $200 in my opinion to get an in-person Randy Johnson. Again, this is we pulled this one up already. So I want to go to eBay real quickly. Remember I said there was another Randy Johnson. So I sorted these by price lowest to highest. And this Randy Johnson, which looks nothing like this Randy Johnson, obviously. We're going to get to this in a second. So it's real. This is the other Randy Johnson I talked about from the 80s. So just moving along, moving down the tab right here. I mean, if someone looking at this real quickly, it's sold for $12.50. There's no way this is good. But I mean, if I was looking at this really quickly, I wouldn't say, oh, this is a horrible forgery. I mean, it's easy to forge. It's just ups and downs. The person knew, like, make a hook. One line here, up, down, up, down, up, down. I mean, the H or whatever this letter is right here is not as high as it should be. But, and again, this, like, it doesn't hook around like this. It comes down and to the right more than hook around like this. But, like, you got the high point with the Y. I mean, I've seen worse forgeries of players. So, like, this is why I think it's just worth investing the money to get them in person. Okay, this was the same one we just looked at. Again, this is another one, $26. It's this one is more, let's say, primitive, not as good. It's shaky. It doesn't flow really well. This one, I mean, I look at it, I would say no good. I see how the Y kind of curves up like that. You don't want to see that. I mean, these are things like advanced collectors look at. This would just put a pause and saying, no, this doesn't feel comfortable. I mean, there's a lot of things bad about this. I mean, plus the photo itself is a poor quality. You can tell I'm zooming in. So, I mean, for $26, obviously collectors realize that. But again, this is why it's so important. Again, this one ended real cheaply. Again, it's no good. Like the Randy, whatever letter, the R is all bad here. and like cut in real bad right here, and the A's not right. But but like to the untrained eye, this stuff, it's not horrible to forge. So like, this is why I think he's one of those modern players. I mean, number one, he was great. He was great. You're meeting one of the greats. It's not like you're paying to meet. Sorry, I don't want to pick on Alan Trammell's local. So, I mean, Alan Trammell was great also. He's a Hall of Famer. But, like, Randy Johnson was one of the best, so in my generation, so of all time. So, fork over the money. Get a nice Randy Johnson autograph. Don't cheap yourself out on this one. So, that's it for today. I'm not going to film Walter Johnson. Walter Johnson's going to take a while. So, as always, thanks for watching. Hit the like button. Keep collecting.